And on our Spotlight segment today is Dubai-based Nigerian fashion designer Folami, who spoke with our correspondent Mayowa Adegoke on her journey to creating an international fashion brand. Take a look.
From Lagos to New York and Dubai, Nigerian fashion is gaining more ground internationally as designers continue to raise the bar with their aesthetic designs, increase adoption of sustainable fabrics, and strategic promotion. Now, more than ever before, is a time for stakeholders to break barriers and claim new frontiers, just as Folami is doing with her Ola's Grace brand. Having moved her business from Lagos 6 years ago, her presence in the Dubai market as a contemporary brand by a Nigerian has gained media attention in top-rated magazines, including Vogue and Vanity Fair. Exposure that has now come in handy in her bid to access a bigger market, the USA.
For the US market, I realized that we needed to penetrate a market that didn't have like a buying cap. You know how you can say like a market has a lot of money to spend, but they don't spend it because the currency, the standard of living. We needed to penetrate a huge market that didn't have that buying cap, that had more of the middle class, so we didn't have to worry about sales. And that's something about expansion and strategy. That's where that comes in. So in business, sales is like your number one, but it should never be the number one problem that you have. You have staff, you have protocols, you have a lot of other things to worry about than sales. So the earlier you solve your sales problem, the better for you. So that was like the strategy going into the US market. We needed a very big market. So we started studying what lots of other successful businesses will do. And we realized that these people only really have the US market and they're billionaires. So what can we do and how can we penetrate? We started focusing more on ads, influencer marketing in that region. I started networking a lot there too. People pull favors from me here in the Middle East, and it was a tit for tat. What can you do for me in the US concerning this? How can we get our clothes on like this celebrity, this influencer? We needed to really work on the quality because we realized again that there was a lot of fast fashion going on in that place. So coming into the market as a mid-luxury brand, we needed to really push on quality and build relationships.
In the last 2 years, the brand has collaborated with and dressed the likes of Sydney Carter, former professional basketball player and current coach for the University of Texas Longhorns, as well as celebrated EGOT-winning celebrity Jennifer Hudson.
The collaboration with Coach Sydney Carter was very God-ordained. We didn't have to do so much, to be honest. Like I said, everything with Allah's Grace is based on strategy and God, two things. So we don't just pick people off because of their popularity. We find and collaborate with women that represents the brand in the way we want the rest of the world to see it. Like I said, sales are important, but it's not the most important thing for us. We focus a lot more on the legacy that we're trying to build. And Coach Sydney Carter embodies that. She is a woman of valor. Like when you see her, you think Allah's Grace woman. You think she commands respect, like she's a boss. And that's like what we need to like put out on the wall to say you can dress like this and still command a lot of respect. So she was the perfect embodiment to start our collaborations in the US on that scale. We'd had other influencer collaborations prior to that, but for her, it was very strategic. We needed to get into the WNBA. It's all about networking still. We needed to get into the WNBA, that scene. I mean, we're beginning to think of Angel Reese as well, who is like a much bigger WNBA personality. So everything is targeted to like the next level we're going for.
Working with Jennifer Hudson started as a regular client order.
She literally came to buy off of Allah's Grace. She shopped like a whole. I'm like, who this? When I saw the amount, and then we got an email from her stylist and said, "Oh, we just placed this like huge order with you guys. We want Jennifer to wear you for most of her show, the season. So we were thinking, can we get like expedited shipping?" I'm like, huh? So like, and it was shortly after Coach Sydney Carter, and I'm like, hey God, what really stood out for me was that she bought like all of these things first. But right now we are more on like a collaborative term, in a very close relationship with her stylist. I told you, see, networking is very good, but with the right people, I am in a very close relationship and communication with her stylist, who is also a stylist to a lot of other celebrities that we're working on right now.
The graduate of Theatre Arts and English from the University of Ibadan continues to push the Allah's Grace brand in the US market with a Real Housewives feature in the works. From Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, Maya Wadigoke for Channels Television News.